Yep.
So, we're now suitably refreshed. Did you enjoy your rocky road, Simon?
Oh yes, I did.
And I enjoyed my toast. And the river is making some nice, graceful curves here, but possibly it's been man-made there. I mean, it's concrete lined on both sides, so perhaps they've beautified it a bit here. But if that was the intention, it does work. Again, we'll stay on the more civilised side of the river just because it might be a bit muddy in the woods. And continuing through the park. Slightly unusual stone marker here with little wooden plaques and PU. Your guess is as good as mine what that might stand for. But as you can see, the woodland on the right has dissipated now and we've got open fields, but still this is a pretty attractive stretch. Got a bit of a ramp to descend here. Okay. And yeah, I mean, it's quite clear that the Irk has been tamed and channeled here, but still quite a nice little feature, this weir. And the path continues out of the park, but gets a bit more muddy now. I now know exactly where we are. We're in the little suburb of Mills Hill, and the Irk now goes under an aqueduct. Now that is a clue, Simon, as to what might be at the top of the steps.
Another river?
Not a river.
A brook?
Nope.
Sewage?
Nope.
I haven't got a clue then.
Okay. Well, it will come as a nice surprise. Well, a surprise anyway.
Oh, it's a canal.
Yes.
Oh, I should have worked it out with aqueduct.
Exactly. But never mind. Right, yes. The next obstacle that the Irk has to go under is the Rochdale Canal. And just down there is Mills Hill Station and the Rose of Lancaster pub, which will serve you a more than decent meal. Wouldn't you agree, Simon?
Oh yes.
It's about a year since we were there. And there's a little signboard telling you about the River Irk here. Well, the Irk Aqueduct. And, oh yeah. We'll be back to that storm now. It says, in July 1927, a great storm caused the canal to burst its banks at this aqueduct, sending the water into the already swollen River Irk. Debris accumulated in the river valley, blocking the culvert under the railway embankment, causing a large lake to form. Okay, so we will continue a short distance along the canal, and then I believe there's a footbridge which will give us access to the Irk coming out the other side. Hello, I think I gave you a bum steer earlier. The Google Maps shows that there's a path beyond this bridge going back across the Irk, but I think you can only access that if you have paid to get into the Lancaster Farm attraction, which isn't open today anyway, so we're going to have to head back along the canal to Mills Hill and pick up the Irk somewhere there. So yeah, here is the entrance to the Lancaster Park and Animal Farm children's attraction, and if you want to see how the Irk emerges from the other side of the aqueduct and then goes under the Manchester-Rochdale Railway, you have to pay your admission to go into the park. So we'll pick the Irk up where we can, the other side of the railway. And here, on the edge of a big construction site, you can get down to the river and see it coming out from under the railway. A couple of nice archways there, and flowing right through the construction site. Obviously not going to get any access to it for a bit going this way, but yeah, this is the Irk as it flows towards Middleton. I would be interested to know why they've made two arches rather than just one big one for the river to come through. If you know the reason for that, please leave a comment. Hello, this is our next sighting of the River Irk, where it comes under Hilton Fold Lane in Middleton. It's gone through that construction site and then round the back of British Fighter. This stretch of the Irk is highly urbanised. Looks like there was some mill, I'm guessing, over there, judging by that stonework on the opposite bank. But we have to really get to the other side of Middleton before the Irk becomes a rural river or semi-rural. Well, let's just have a look at it from the other side without getting run over. Yeah, there we go. As you can see, heavily industrialised on the right hand side at least. Yeah, there is a rough path. Not sure whether this is a right of way or not, but we'll take you a bit further along the Irk, around the back of this industrial premises. Fortunately, there's quite a bit of fly tipping here. But I dare say there is a bit of wildlife on this stretch. If you hung around long enough, you'd see something. As you can see, towards the end of this little path, the river starts flowing faster and more noisily, but the path actually starts leading you away. Right, and you eventually come to a bridge, another bridge over the Irk, which actually looks quite modern. I don't know whether P&H or somebody have put this in to enable access to their works, but certainly no path continue, or is there? Is there one continue along that bank? We will have to check that out. Right, we're now standing on Hanson Street Bridge, which was originally built in 1928 Interestingly, that's just a year after the flood. I wonder if that's a coincidence. But it was strengthened again in the year 2000. Let's have a look across at the other side. Yeah, and still a very channeled River Irk here.